Sticker Mule.
Are you sure? Okay. I think I can't hear you, Stephanie. I can hear me. Mhm. Stephanie's without her usual setup. Hey, Marianne, I'm so glad you migrated over just in time.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? I think so. Should be able to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. I had to wait for the delay.
I know.
Okay. So now that we got those bugs fixed, for those of you asking about notifications in the comments, you always want to make sure you have them turned on your YouTube. You can turn them on for each individual account that you follow in case you don't want notifications from some of them. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have notifications turned on. Other than that, sometimes YouTube's just a poop about sending out notifications. We don't have anything to do with it, whether they get sent out or not. That's why we always post the links on our Facebook and our Instagram, just in case. So I think you've gathered by now that there's someone else here with us.
Who could it be?
Yeah, who could it be? You saw us talking to her in the chat. last time we were
Yeah,
looking at
last
Block
week.
Island stuff. Mhm. So we dragged her here tonight against her will.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So please do give a wonderfully warm quilt nerding welcome to Janet Dionis. Janet, you can turn your camera on and
You
unmute
may
yourself.
reveal yourself.
Oh, oh, oh,
I did it.
oh, yay! Look
Hey.
at that.
I am a tech queen.
Y'all, we just taught her how to do that like 5 minutes ago. That's a big deal. That is a big
It's
deal. It
it's a
would
good
help
skill to have.
if I didn't have this like sound feedback going on in my ear. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, that was on for a reason, and now it needs to be off. So, how are we this evening?
We're wonderful. How are you guys?
Good. Did you
Yeah,
guys have rain up in New England? We had a storm to beat all storms last night. We didn't have electricity for a few hours.
Oh,
we
we
didn't have
had one
that.
came through quick.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, and I've been running around like crazy today. So
We had some very rough seas last week. Uh,
yeah, oh yeah. So wait, when did you come back from the island?
well, I came back today, but I also was on the ferry last Thursday and got really seasick. And
Ooh,
just being on the island, the people coming over, like a speaker at the historical society or the people coming up to the lighthouse, they were seasick. It was rough.
Okay, I'm kind of glad I wasn't going over at that time because I am prone to potential greenness.
Yeah,
That would not be
yeah,
fun.
lots of fun.
Steph, where are you hailing from right now?
I am in my secret lair in Virginia. My mother's secret lair.
So what is that? Her sewing room?
Yeah, it's her basement, her sewing area in the basement.
It's not your childhood bedroom?
No, actually, that is above me. So
Hmm. Might need a tour of that. Does it still look the same as when you last lived in it?
it still has the same furniture, but it doesn't look the same. My grandmother cleaned out and got rid of all my stuff when I was in college. She was like, "Take this home, or it's going in a yard sale."
I
So
need to
Wow.
do that for my kids.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well
So
then. We have a couple announcements here before we get moving on to stuff. Let me do my thing here and find, boom. Okay, so real quick, if you haven't been around and you haven't seen it on the social media yet, we have picked our next book. We are going to give our first assignment on on July 7th. So the first discussion will be on July 14th, so you don't have to worry if you have any 4th of July plans. You won't have any homework. Um,
unless you want it,
that that's I don't have any major 4th of July plans, so I will probably be doing reading or something, but
you know how when the fireworks are going off and they always tell you, to secure your pets, and they have those little jackets for the dogs to make them feel safe. A good quilt book is my dog jacket. So I will use that to calm myself during the fireworks because
I mean, whatever however
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
spend your holiday time is it's your own. Just take pictures, okay?
I think
I
the best way to spend the birthday of our nation is by doing quilt study. I don't know. I mean, don't you guys agree?
I I think that's well worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marianne's saying she might start ahead of time. If you guys happen to crack, I mean, don't read ahead. Don't be Stephanie. But if you do happen to crack in, because you can pretty much guarantee that, like, we'll probably read like the intro in the first chapter, you know. And you do happen to like dig into anything a little bit and find any extra little rabbit holes, please share them and we can show them on the stream. There is also an affiliate link in is it in the description of this video yet?
I did pay attention when I did the thing.
If
I
it's
can't
not
remember.
there, it will be.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's in there.
Yeah, it's on our Facebook, it's on our Instagram. It's findable.
Yeah.
Um,
Ordinarily, I would put it in the chat right now, but the first world problem of only having two screens versus three, I'm sorry. I can't do it for you guys tonight. And I broke my mouse, so.
oh my goodness. All right. We're at the end of June.
How did we get here?
It was on the 21st. It was the solstice, and it was the longest day of the year. And I'm sorry, like it makes me a little depressed because now we're gonna slowly start like losing daylight. And oh, Janet says it's down there. Yay! Thank you, Janet.
Oh, good.
Okay. So we got one more stream on a Tuesday here, but on Saturday, I just wanted to remind everyone that we have Stitch and Glitch. So
Yeah, I'm way behind on so many things. I will be stitching. I'll try to be stitching. I usually get one or two stitches in.
yeah, I have stuff to stitch, so I definitely want to be stitching said things. And I need to get started on it because I am already buying more things to stitch that have been released. So anywho, okay. So just like last week, we're back at this place.
Yes,
At the
she
Block
is.
Island Historical. It's so weird how misleading this building is. It looks small. It is not. Do you feel that way, Janet?
Well, a little bit. Just because we have such a storage issue, I feel like it's small, and we fit a lot of people in for these Thursday night programs. So it can get very tight, but there's lots of doorways and, it's a
Well,
pretty old house, and who doesn't love that?
when you're upstairs going through the exhibits and you kind of go into like room into room into room into room, like I I feel very disoriented by the time I get back to the staircase. Because where all did I go? And to sit from this perspective and think like, hey, I was climbing halfway up this thing.
Yeah, you didn't get high enough to have your head level with the window, though,
No.
did you? No.
No, I gave up. I barely like got my eyes like up
There's a
in
nice view from up there.
yeah, and was just like, this is creepy. I'm not crawling up here. Thank you and good night. You know what would be really cute is when my partner and I were shopping for the house that we're in now, we had gone and seen another like one of those big like Victorian type houses that has a cupola. And all I can think about when I see these is how cute it would look with like a Christmas tree up there or like a
Oh,
pumpkin or something during Halloween.
yeah.
Well, they
Anyway.
do a fundraiser in the winter where you virtually buy a candle, and they physically they light like candles every night in the Christmas season, and there's Christmas lights up in the cupola. I don't know if there was ever a tree, but there's
Mhm.
definitely lights. So that's one of the major fundraisers in the wintertime.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
You buy
cool.
a candle in honor of someone or in memory of someone, and then they post it on social media and they light the candles. So the building looks really nice all lit up.
Do they put those little fake candles in the windows?
Yeah, the ones
I
that
lo-
flicker with the
Okay.
batteries.
I like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
I
we
I
went
love
through those
those.
too.
It
They're
looks
nice.
so charming with, houses are so cute with
Mhm.
those.
Yeah.
Well, that and like when I was a kid and we had them and we had the ones that plugged in, those suckers were bright. And I
Mhm.
used to lay in my bed and like read with one of those things.
Yeah.
They were good. Um, just in case anybody's new here and doesn't know who Janet is, she is the former director of the Block Island Historical here. And Stephanie and I recently went on a visit and got a big tour of the island. Go back and watch part 1 of our stream from last week if you want to see more about the island and the building and things like that. And tonight, we're going to look at quilts. It's going to be magical. And Steph, just an FYI, I took all of these photos from mine.
Okay.
So if there's something really pressing, I know it might be hard for you to look up right now, but I was thinking like you could make a note to pull it up to maybe post later on social media or something.
Yep.
So Brenda in the chat says, hi, Janet.
Hello.
So we had a whole big turning. This was our second year going. We were going as the New England Quilt Study Group, which is an unofficial tiny group that kind of bleeds into American Quilt Study Group. And Janet had put this fantastic exhibit together, all about shipwrecks and things. And we were focusing here we are on wrecking cloth. And we looked last year at, I don't know, a good, 20 quilts or something like that.
Mhm.
And the exhibit was so amazing that they
And I missed it.
again.
I missed it
Yeah.
because I had family obligations and I was very, very sad.
Stephanie was lame sauce.
Hmm.
So when the decision was made that the museum was going to keep it up for another year, and we were like, let's do it again. And we even, while we did see some repeats, because actually everybody but two of us were new this time, we pulled out some different stuff, and it was a good day. It was a
It was a
good
very
day.
good day. It was a very good day.
Yeah. So it was really exciting this time around to see a whole big bunch here
Mm.
of wrecking cloth. And Janet, like, tell us about wrecking cloth.
So it is a nickname given to fabric by the islanders. It sort of was passed down in family lore and oral history. So it was fabric that they salvaged from a shipwreck, and they called it wrecking cloth. I've seen it. There's another quilt in East Hampton, Long Island, and they have it in their books as wreck cloth or a wreck quilt. So I think, I'm not sure if other places would call it this, but what we're looking at, the fabric in front of us is from the shipwreck of the Spartan, and that ran aground in Block Island in 1905. It had come from Fall River, and it was loaded. Fall River is very close to Block Island if you're not in the area. So literally, they just came out of like Narragansett Bay, went 10 miles and got stuck under the Southeast Light, maybe a little bit further. We're about 13 miles offshore.
Fall
So,
River, Massachusetts, right?
yeah, Fall River's Massachusetts, but believe it or not, for a brief time, it was part of Rhode Island. Um, but in 1905, it was Massachusetts, but still close, across the water. So this wreck, it was just a huge ship, and it was loaded with all sorts of goods from all of the mills from Fall River. And at the time, they called Fall River Spindle City. It's one of the big mill owners was the Borden. He is famously like a distant cousin of Lizzie Borden.
I forgot about that.
Also the Borden, like they diversified. They made a lot of stuff. So they not only made printed cloth, they had the American Print Works, which at one time was the largest producer of calico in the world. But they also had a mill that made flour. And so they could make the bags for the flour. So they had lots of things. And on the boat were all kinds of household goods. It was not just textiles on the ship, but there were a lot of textiles. 300 tons of it still went back to Providence for auction.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Do you happen to know, I don't know if you've done the research, but like, is the mill that this fabric came from still in Fall River? Like, is it still there?
Probably not, but it's really a long shot. The problem with the research is, there was that American Textile Museum that was in Lowell, and it went out of business, I don't know, more than 10 years ago. And I've been chasing, the collection got broken up. Some of it is at Cornell, some of it is in the Henry Ford, some of it's at RISD. So I've been trying to get access to some of it, but I'm still going to see if I can look. I was staggered at the Henry Ford Museum sent me their holding, and it's huge and it's unprocessed. So I think it might be unlikely that they'll let me in to look at it, but yeah, can always hope and can always ask.
Yeah, well, and the Henry Ford has a lot of like quilt textile related things.
Yeah.
No,
I was
would
surprised. Yeah.
So maybe I can get some funding to go out and hang with, the friends at Henry Ford. Um, so, like, I know the time period, and I know some of the names of the mills that were in existence at the time. It
Mm-hmm.
would be a lot. It's literally a needle in a haystack to say, hey, could I actually come across some samples?
Mm-hmm.
What is more, what I was hoping to find was an insurance file or the ship's manifest, but that has also been elusive. Um, and
Because then you'd be able to match up things, right? Like, and
yeah,
you'd know what was there.
yep. I still have a couple of stops. They're long shots, but um, some folks who are also researching things adjacent to me think that this
Mm-hmm.
particular file is in private hands, and a lot of
Oh.
auction houses won't tell you who they sold to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went, so Mystic Seaport has what they call the wreck files, and I know the wrecking company that supervised, there were 70 different wrecking vessels. These are small vessels, tugs, lighters,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of, they came from Boston, from New London, I think some other ports too. For a month, they took cargo and fixtures off of the ship once they realized they were trying to repair it, but then
Mm-hmm.
they realized they couldn't. So it was a long salvage process. So there's a big fat file somewhere. Mystic had the file before, and they had the
Mm-hmm.
file after. So oof, I
Hmm.
know it's out there somewhere.
Man, yeah, that's you could really spend some time chasing that stuff down, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this particular quilt is made by Samantha Dodge, and it's a drunkard's path.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was laying this out, I put that sample that you just showed of the Spartan cloth on
Mm-hmm.
top of this, and then looked and went, oh my God, it's in this quilt.
Yeah, I feel like isn't it like right here?
Yeah, it's just that little,
Like
I
I
don't
think
know if
maybe
they would
even
call that one
closer.
a diaper print. Those just little,
It'd be probably like just a
A
shirting.
little ditzy
yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's this like right here, right? This little thing,
Uh,
this little one.
yeah,
Let's see if I have
that
a
one's a little blurry.
no.
But the one on the back, that gingham,
Oh.
also, I know that I took a sample of or a picture of one of the fabrics that was identified
Mm-hmm.
by a postcard. So people used to send a lot of postcards of shipwrecks. It was just something they did at the
Like the
time.
ship like hanging out of the water or something, like looking
Well, this
like
particular boat, there was a postcard that was pretty popular of them taking the captain off in the lifeline. So he's hanging in his little breeches buoy in between the ship and the shore.
I
And
remember
so
you
that was a
talking about that.
postcard. It's what?
I remember you talking about that because those that breeches buoy thing, I was like,
Yeah.
what? They actually
Yeah.
yeah, I'd have
have
to go
it
look at
there,
this.
guys. It's crazy. It's a contraption. It's like what, iron pants in a buoy or
It's
something.
cork. It's
Cork.
cork covered with canvas and little canvas, breeches hanging you in. It's
Oh, the
not a very
iron is the
comfortable
big
ride.
heavy thing, right? The pulley, or
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the heavy part. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd have to just pass away before you could get me into that contraption and then like just like dangling to my death, like being pulled up. No.
Well, before the breacher's buoy, they used to have the life saving service had what they called something car, a surf car or something. And it picture like a kayak that's enclosed, and three people would get inside it, and then that would be what they hauled over instead of the breeches buoy. And the people were getting so banged up inside they were dying from like being banged around. So that the breeches buoy was the improvement, but you could only come off one at a time.
So instead of like rolling to your
Yeah,
death, you can dangle to your death
yeah.
now. Like
Oh my gosh.
what are you doing dying inside of a tube? Everyone wants to watch.
Oh
Like,
my gosh. Crazy.
moving on. Moving on. All right, let's see if I have oop, that's not what I want.
I guess they did what they worked with what they had, right?
Yep.
I mean, that was the technologies of the time.
I'm so glad I wasn't around for it.
And the captain of the ship was dead reckoning. So that's when, and listen, I have very limited maritime knowledge, but when you can't see because of fog, you calculate by time. So he had passed the Beaver Tail Light in Rhode Island. I guess it's a pace somewhere in Narragansett Bay. And so he was navigating with a timepiece. But they say if you go into the pilot house and you had like nails in your shoes or something, you could throw off the compass, and it
Oh.
messes anything metal, or they have to be calibrated, and it could throw off because he kept claiming that he did everything right, but he ran aground under the southeast light, so
Oh.
clearly he hadn't. So this is also when it was the family said that their grandmother said it was made of wrecking cloth. We're not sure which fabric. The granddaughter of the one who made this, Jeanette Littlefield, made it, and her granddaughter was Edie Blaine, and she thought it was a light blue gingham. It's not in this picture, but it's hard to tell. I actually thought the red fabric might be it, but what I'm finding as I try to research other places that have something similar is that there'll be a family lore about a quilt using wrecking cloth, and the family doesn't know what shipwreck it came from, and they end up associating it with whatever the most famous wreck of the time is, but it like something about that doesn't make sense. So it might be a stretch, unless the family tells you, like we have a couple from Murtis that say they're from the Spartan, and that's a fairly late shipwreck, and it was there for a month. So it had some staying power. But we love this little print because it's so crazy. It's a mace.
This conversation print is one of the weirdest ones I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
it is definitely a weird one.
I could imagine it like in little boy pajamas, right? When you see like a grandmother.
Yeah, well, you're guaranteed that this will spark a conversation.
Yeah.
And this, I'm pretty sure I have a whole thing of the whole quilt, but this was like the alternate block for the whole quilt. So there's no like missing this print.
Right.
Like in other ones where it's all like scrappy and stuff, you might just have like little squares of, I think another one that we were searching for some little squares that had some funny reference in there, one of like a dog or something.
In a top hat.
Yeah, like so, but this one, if you missed this, it was cute.
I love the crescent moon. But that mace fabric, like they didn't have famous like surface designers back then like we have today. I mean, you could say like, oh, that's a Tula Pink, and oh, that's a so and so. Back then, I mean, I guess they had somebody on staff, right, that would draw these things out, and then I guess there was probably artisans that created the the technology of the time, depending on when when the fabric was created. And I picture just some Victorian man sitting at a desk going, what shall I make for the next conversation?
We have Rhode Island School of Design. There were women going there in the latter part of the 1800s. So,
and is there a connection between RISD and any of the mills? Like, is it?
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't be surprised. I was a literature teacher, and of course, so I always taught The Yellow Wallpaper by Susan Glaspell, and she went to RISD, so that's why she made this elaborate metaphor in her very famous short story, but she understood the principles of design, and so her character did, because when RISD started, it was a female school.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. And there was also like Murtis went to Pembroke, which was the women's division of Brown, and so there were educated people around. I don't know if there was any direct. Maybe if I get into the RISD library.
Oh, would that be cool if you found out that like you could find a designer of one of the cloths?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, there are definitely some people in our circle that can definitely probably get you into RISD.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's the nice thing about making friends.
It is.
I
Oh,
actually
this
have a
one.
good high school friend that graduated from RISD.
So this little one, doesn't it remind you of those little snips you have that you
Oh,
when you were
yes,
a
this
sewing
one.
kit?
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I thought
I
of.
feel like this would be closer to like a bobby pin or what's that? What kind of lace? Bobbin
Oh,
lace?
hairpin lace.
Hairpin lace, something. Yeah, I feel like it would be closer probably to something like that at the time because I don't know if they had those kinds of snips then.
Oh,
Can you zoom in a little bit so I can see it better? Because I'm trying to remember.
I think it's the cutest thing ever too that this little tiny square is pieced.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The backing of this quilt was also identified as wrecking cloth.
I don't remember what the
It
backing.
wasn't very pretty. There it is, that gingham with the polka dot over it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
I love a gingham though,
Yeah.
and I don't often see a lot of gingham with a polka dot on it.
Mm-hmm. That's a unique one. I forgot that there was also the like it's a strippy situation with
Well,
that odd
doesn't it look like
conversation print,
this doesn't to me look like she would choose to put these fabrics together. It just was what she
which
had.
she had, which begs the question, um was that mace like wrecking cloth because she had so much of it?
Right.
Mm,
That's what it seems to me, like the ones that you definitely know, like in Murtis's quilt and that go all the way up to the 1970s quilts.
And I
You-
do remember reading that there was a certain date, and I'm pretty sure that the Spartan is after it, where they started manufacturing half bolts, which meant that
yeah, you
it
talked
was
about that.
smaller, more portable
Mhm.
bolts of cloth. So if I could ever get my hands on that manifest, I'd find out if there were half bolts on that ship.
yeah.
Do you recall how much would be on a half bolt?
Not offhand, but I do remember them just saying that it was easier to sell some half bolts to like smaller, um, general stores that couldn't, you know what I mean? It just made them able to get more variety and not over purchase. Like they may not be
Mhm.
able to sell.
So I'm assuming there had to have been like a general store on Block
Sure.
Island at the time, right? So would half bolts be something that they would potentially stock, or would you have to go off island to get those kinds of things?
Well, it's funny because I've actually been keeping my eyes open to see if I could ever find any stock information on, there were two general stores. One was CC Balls and the other was, I think, Mitchell's. And I haven't found anything because I wondered that. In Murtis's diary, she will talk about going to CC Balls for cotton, and she's talking about thread and calico. But she also, because her father he worked in Providence too, so Murtis even as a child, spent a lot of time in Providence.
Mm.
So sometimes her shopping is off island, but if she says CC Balls, I know it's on the island.
Hmm. Does any of that family still live
Hmm.
on the island at all that might have some of those records?
Oh, I don't know about having the records, but family is still there for sure.
That is
Mm.
just amazing to me that these families like literally have that lineage. They're on the
Yeah,
island. And I mean, I guess that's sort of just that's what you get with sort of these insular communities.
yeah. Everybody's related
Yeah.
distantly.
Yeah.
If you don't know someone's name, just call them cousin.
Yeah. So this was also made by Jeanette Littlefield. Wait, is that the grandmother or the mother? I think it's Jeanette Littlefield. So Edie had it, and we had remember that interview with her when
Mhm.
it was the year before she died, and she was just identifying, so this, of course, is probably like 1930s.
Mhm.
And the large black and white was a peacoat, and that was her sister's. And let's see, there were two that were dresses of hers.
I
One,
remember her saying
Yeah, I
that.
remember her saying that, but I don't remember how she described them.
so one is I don't know if up here, I think it's like a little tropical. Um,
Oh, I think I have that in another picture because
yeah,
it
and
was
that was
so.
a
There
dress
it
of hers.
is.
Yep, that was one of them.
Oh, that's right. The little beach people.
Yeah, and she would talk about the collar. So she and her sisters made their own clothes, and She was really skilled, and very fashionable. And then the other was that like purpley maroon plaid, which is right there.
This one?
Yep. No, up here.
Purpley
There you go.
maroon
That one.
plaid. This one thing?
No, up. Oh, maybe you can't see my mouse.
No, I cannot see your mouth.
Hey, I got the audio and the camera on. Right under me. See, that's a kind of plaid.
What kind of plaid?
Yeah, it's got a little
This
green,
thing?
a little yellow.
This one.
No, way up. Sorry, top of the screen.
Plaid. Steph, am I blind? This one?
It's at the top of the screen.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's,
Is
I
it
don't
this
know if you
one?
can see
No,
my, is
no.
it this?
Keep going.
I
This.
cannot see your mouse either, Stephanie.
There you go. All right, now it's like, all right, find the black and white, and then the
All the way
tropical,
over on, yeah,
and
it's
yeah, now go to the
directly to
tropical.
directly to the right of that.
This
There,
one?
wait, you're on it. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I could. How did you see that? Was it this
There's-
one you were talking
Yeah,
about?
that's the one that I just saw that I thought it probably was.
Okay.
So, I mean, so there's probably more dresses, and like there were some fabrics in here. So they were members of the Harbor Baptist Church, and a few years ago I went to the yard sale there and just got this little. Even the box was cute because it was old Christmas cards from like 1905 or something, but they were from Providence, and it was filled with someone had done cut a bunch of snowball, and it looked like some of these fabrics, and I hold them up and they were so close, but they weren't quite right.
This one definitely gives me dress vibes here too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. And all those blue stripes, that seems like that was probably something, like.
Yeah.
I would wear a dress out of a blue stripe.
And
especially
blue,
on an island.
that blue fabric, I feel like they used for a lot of backings. I see a lot of that too.
Yeah, this is a pretty common color for the period. I feel
That
like it's that, and then that like kind of like dusty pink-ish color. Like it's a little brighter than almost like if you took a 1990s mauve and like brightened it up a little bit. This was cool.
Yeah, so
Oh,
this
yeah.
was new to us. Someone just brought it in, and it was from the so we get like the information on our intakes sometimes is just not very complete. This was made by Kit Littlefield.
That is not a unique experience. I just want you to know that.
So I know it's made by Kit Littlefield's wife when she lived on High Street, but I don't know what her name was. So I'm going to try to keep finding out. So we couldn't find any island name on it, but we know that the Women's Christian Temperance Union had a meeting. The Rhode Island chapter met on Block Island. And there was something in there that I think made us think that's what this was from. It was like a gift to the president or something.
It sounds awfully inconvenient to have the states meeting on an island.
Yeah. But
unless it was also like an excuse, like, so we'll have the meeting and then we'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
I do have some close-ups of this, I remember, because this was just so cool.
Yeah, this is a really fun crazy quilt.
I did not have time to like pour over this quilt. It literally came in days before.
Really?
Yeah, so look it says something president 1899 to 1906. WCTU. Yeah, do you see it?
Is it like Jeannie M. like Robinson?
Yeah, but as far as the we are unaware that this person is from the island. We think she was just here for the meeting, or you know what I mean. I don't know why Kit Littlefield's wife had it.
Now, is Kit Littlefield and Jeanette Littlefield, they are related in some way, shape, or form?
Maybe. I can't. The genealogy is so complicated. I kind of glaze over. Like people will try to tell me, and it's just too much information.
Well, but that's where at that point in your research, you team up with a
Yeah.
genealogy nerd because their
Hmm.
brain, Stephanie
Yes.
can do it, their brains like see the spider web
Yes.
totally differently than
I
other.
don't know if I could raise my hand for a situation like this where you might have some crazy intermarriage. And not to say like they're necessarily marrying their cousins, although they might, but where you have like maybe brothers that marry, women that are closely related and stuff like that. And you have
I
so
think
many
that
different,
happens. Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there are definitely some,
So
again,
I can do a little sleuthing on this. I have some sources to go to.
mhm.
It's pinning them down and getting them to focus. It's so hard to stay focused and not go on your side quest.
Oh no, we get it.
Yeah,
You
totally.
don't
Yeah.
have to explain here. It's so cool. Like this picture is so cool.
Yeah, I think because Jill and I think as we mentioned last week, Jill and I we were privileged and got to go into the museum the night before, kind of look around a little bit. And I kept coming back to this because it really reminds me of a lot of like the mixed media crazy quilts that people make more, closer to today. And especially, I'm assuming that's a cyanotype print.
I just wondered how was this a thing? Could they do a photograph on fabric, silk? I'm assuming that's silk,
Yeah, I don't know.
like a screen print.
So today, if I was gonna make something like that, I would take a picture, reverse it, make it into a negative, and then like print it on acetate or some type of transparent, film, and then make the cyanotype fabric and then expose it in the sun.
Hmm.
But they must
Oh,
have done a similar process, but they wouldn't have had like the negative. So I don't know how they would have reproduced this, but it must have been in some way a photographic process, and the cyanotype chemicals are, used in photographic processes and other stuff. So,
Yeah, there's got to
um,
be. It's so funny zooming in right now. Like, I'm not saying this is what it is. It just doesn't it almost kind of look like jeans, like jean
it
fabric,
does.
like denim.
yeah, the cyanotype chemicals do make like it is a very denim-like color.
Indigo.
It's like a really rich blue.
Yeah, this is not likely to be the only quilt that has something like this on it. So
Yeah,
there's a way they're doing it.
yeah,
Um,
it's definitely some type of photographic process that they're getting it
but
on the fabric.
I can guarantee you, like this image, this is how I pictured this woman haunting whatever dwelling she's haunting.
Absolutely. And
Like,
I do think that the meeting was at the Ocean View Hotel,
oh, really?
which was later known for having the longest bar, like, I don't know, in New England or something. The bar.
Wow.
I love these claims to fame.
Yeah, I really, I kind of just like want her to visit because I just love it. And then also like it's always fantastic to have these like ribbons and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Um,
there's interesting information on these.
because the first, when we were looking at the whole thing and you were talking about like, the Women's Christian Temperance Union, the first thing people would ask you would be like, well, how are you making that connection? Like,
Oh, well,
well, hello. Isn't that, oh man,
yeah.
I love cool stuff. Okay, so that was didn't I get a close up of the name on the top? Oh, here's the other one. There we go.
Laura A.
A
Is that a T?
Ton-
That crease is really annoying.
Yeah, is it an L or a T?
Oh, is it Leah? Is it Laura?
It looks like Laura or
Leon?
yeah.
Leona? I
Could it
don't
be
know.
like a Lau could it be like a Laura? So like an O,
Maybe.
Laura.
But it
Could
almost looks
be.
like
It kind of looks
Laura.
like it's doing like a little swoosh, like they're
Right,
trying
a
to be
That's my
fancy.
question. Like, are we
flourish.
just
Yeah,
doing some razzle dazzle? Or are you
That's
yeah,
supposed to
right.
be an O?
It
that's
might
what
be
I think it
razzle
is. Yeah,
dazzle because look at the A.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're doing like a little. So I guess that's probably a T for the last name.
That's probably Laura A.
So what do we think it is, like TOUTILLDT maybe? T.
Yeah.
I'm
You know
butchering
what?
this poor
There's
woman's name.
probably records of who, Women's Christian Temperance Union you could reference.
Yeah.
Is it like Toudelt?
Look at that. Like, you see all the ginghams underneath. Look at the one underneath that. It looks like those 3D things you used to do that go like this and they shimmer.
Oh yeah, the one on the very bottom, and then
Yeah.
that pink and green one. Oh my
Yeah, like
gosh.
the kitten and the eyes will move.
I love me some plaid. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that pink and green one, that was so bright. I love that.
So this is Murtis's. This is the one that when she donated it herself in the 1950s, and said it was from the Spartan. So she called it her Spartan quilt.
And because of lighting and things like that, this is like a green and like a light peachy color, right? If I remember.
Yeah, it was
Sort of
like
a
a
tannish.
yellow cream with
Yeah.
darker dots. I thought the dark dots might have discolored, but some others thought that it might have been the color, kind of blackish brown.
Here's a big discolor right here that shows it as like a white.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those 100-year green
Yep.
prints.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention it when I was there at the museum, but I did see Murtis's name on like the lifetime membership plaque that's right inside the door.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that I saw her.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah,
Now,
it's like
I gotta try her too because she moved to Maine and she lived in Booth Bay.
Booth Bay?
Yeah, Booth Bay, and she ran a summer inn or cottages or something called Green Shutters, the family thinks, or something close to that, and she's buried up there. So I'd
Booth
like
Bay is really nice.
Yeah, I'd like to see if there's maybe some local records of her up there.
if
Yeah,
she was a business lady, I bet there is something.
I wonder if she made any more quilts up there.
Well, when it was interesting because we have very few actually quilted quilts in our collection. Mostly pieced or tied.
Yep.
So she pieced this one, but no tying. But there's no quilting, right? I don't think there was.
No, there's a little bit.
There is?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
it's very
Yeah, their little crosses aren't like just across the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not
we
this
have a few quilts, but not
this
many.
particular one, I don't think it's not fancy quilted. It's just kind of utilitarian, hold it together quilted.
But I noticed, I mean, she seems to be a very successful and good needlewoman. And I know you talked about it. I mean, she started very young. Her mother was teaching her.
Because we have the diaries. But this is also the quilt. So the Spartan ran aground in 1905, and her brother Stanley, who was on the island for periods during that, we know because he would help his father do the census, the school census and the town census. And so he potentially could have slept under this quilt.
For anyone here not familiar, can you just kind of tell us who exactly Murtis is and her date range?
Yeah, so her earliest diary we have, she was 6 years old, and it was 1886. And then we have some diaries from her youth, and then some later ones. It's not continuous. But we have also some diaries of her mother. So I can't remember when she died, but the other connection is that her brother died on the Larchmont disaster, which was 1907. So sorry, I don't have my notes with me. So my dates, I know the dates of the shipwrecks.
So I mean, she's if she was 6 in 1880, so she's 1880 at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember, like, she didn't die young, right?
No.
So she's at least living past like 1920.
Right, because she donated this quilt in the 1950s, so she was still
Right,
coming on the island to like the family homestead. They share it, so but living in Maine.
And she's tell me your name. She's Murtis.
Murtis Ada Milliken was her maiden name, and then she was Murtis Clayton.
No, I like
Ah,
Milligan better.
Clayton.
Yeah.
I love
That's the
this
backing.
fabric.
Yeah, I do too. I really love this one. And I don't remember seeing this in any other quilt, that we have.
You might be right, but you know what's so funny is, do you remember we were probably talking about it that day, especially with Katie, how we were kind of talking about like when mills are, putting together collections, like how we have collections of fabrics now, well, they'll have the same print in different colorways and like make it so everything coordinates. Like at this period where we're talking about mills making collections where the prints might kind of have the same feeling to them. So remember the two fabrics that you were comparing for
Yes,
Katie? I
yes,
feel like, and for anybody wondering, one of the fabrics we're talking about is from last week's video where we were looking at the top part of an ensemble that's upstairs in one of the galleries. That's this same colorway, and it's got kind of like a scallop, like oyster shell look to it. This gives me the same kind of
yeah.
feelings as those two other fabrics. Steph, what do you think?
Yeah, like it could have been just a line of prints that they all kind of they coordinated, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if
Yeah.
anyone's reproduced this because I can so get on board with this.
Yeah, no, I love
This
this
one is
one.
so interesting because I look at it and I think, well, it looks almost like architectural, those little
Or
thing. And then
fan.
you look up close, they're like a fan, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, are they shuttlecocks? Is this about badminton? Like, what's going on here?
Well, and then there's we have this one random description of one of the fabrics that was supposedly a wrecking cloth. Again, the Islanders made up their own little nicknames for stuff, and they called it mincemeat, and they described it as a brown stripe, a floral stripe. But I don't feel like it's that other one that was in many quilts. And so the mincemeat, there was just some suggestion, I don't remember where I read it, that the mincemeat might mean the docket, the little punch marks they make on the top of the pie, like they would make in crackers,
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
might, but like, I just wish we had a little more detail. What does that mean? Or is it like when you're kids and you just make up some stupid name for something
Right.
and there's no real reason? But when I look at the square with the little grid there,
Yeah, it looks like a
great shape.
cracker or something.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
could that be the mincemeat?
Yeah, and also like like when I look at this fast, I'm like, is this just like a fancy feather duster?
Yeah, or a
I didn't
fan. Yeah.
even I didn't even put the badminton reference in there until like I just
They
How
look like
about the
shuttlecocks to
birdie?
me, though.
yeah, like I want that print.
Yeah, so here's
This
some
one
of
was
the
nice.
other ones that, so the other brown fabric that's everywhere is around that pink, cinnamon pink one. Yeah. Um, yeah. So this is one of Murtis's.
Oh, is
This
this
is one that, oh, here's the other one that is I eyed as possible mincemeat. Do you see the brown and white stripe in between the blue plaid and the blue
At the very
floral?
top.
Is it top or no? It's on the
this
nope.
Oh, no.
brown and white
On the
strip
side, on the edge.
on the side, on the edge.
Right, go
This?
yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
That comes up in other, you probably have better shots of that fabric, but it's on a lot of Murtis used it a lot.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's a great one. I used it on the graphic designer used it in one of the panels.
I also like this cutie patootie little
Yeah.
print here. Mm.
There's some
Yeah.
really cute prints in there. I just like the blue and the brown, even though they're not like different colorways of the same print, they go together really well. I think they're very pretty.
Yep.
And that's that one. We have that, and it was so faded. Do you remember? We didn't know if it was the same color, but so this quilt came in. So Murtis's granddaughters in 2021 or 2 brought in some really beat up quilts that they had used for years in their cottage underneath the mattresses. So those are those little like beds in the cottages with the spring mattresses.
Yep.
And so one of them has all these rust stains that I actually love because I think it looks cool. But so this fabric was on it, but it was so faded. And then they found more of these quilts that weren't finished. They were never, it was just the tops.
Mm-hmm.
And this one wasn't faded. So it was just really fortunate. They found these other unfinished quilts and then brought them in, and we can compare what we know what those fabrics look like.
Yeah, and then there's another quilt that there's a similar type print like this.
Yeah, and did
We've been
we all
like,
kind of thought it's kind of got this like Asian vibe, like it's
Yeah, yep.
and I remember us being like, oh my God, is this one the same fabric? And it's not. It's very similar.
Mm,
I kind of feel like that one could have been like a collection, like they went
yeah,
to, they went together.
Well, and I mean, like, there's more than one time in our history where, culturally we become kind of obsessed with Asian aesthetic.
Hmm.
So, and I like, oh God, that print's just so cute. I feel like this is for reprint stuff. Who are you in love with? We're always looking for fabric for Stephanie from,
Cranston VIP.
yes.
oh,
I feel like they absolutely
they
reproduce
did
it.
a lot of novelty stuff, like Christmassy, Easter,
Oh my God,
Halloween.
there's so much
Yeah.
that my mom
The
doesn't
the
know.
heart ones I have in every colorway ever.
Mhm. Oh, this backing fabric was cool too.
Yeah, that was one. Wasn't it kind of a different material?
Mm,
Yeah.
Is that
it
one that's
feels,
kind of like a twill sort of weave?
yeah, it feels like maybe it was a little like stiffer than.
Yeah, that weird like check one too was. I don't know if you call that a plaid. That one.
No, I'd probably just call it, it's a big check.
Big check. Those aren't my favorites.
Well, I
Not
think
I love them.
some of these could have been like where they could have been like drapery or like
Yeah.
upholstery or home
Yep.
deck kind of things.
Yep.
A little bit heavier than a dress fabric.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's the weave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they look like even weave though.
I mean, but I could totally see a chair
Yeah.
in this fabric.
Hmm. Or drapes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one had a different feel to it too, the blue.
oh, I love that blue.
Yeah, that's a really, really yummy blue.
I wonder if anyone's reproduced that. Oh
It
my.
almost has like a Swedish feel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The ribbon.
like the little ribbon type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like those little embroidered ribbons that were really popular like in the 70s and 80s.
Like I
And
expect to see hearts, but they're no hearts. They're just red polka dots.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
not faded.
I love a good strippy quilt.
You keep getting pictures of Katie in the background, like,
I know it.
mm.
And it's so
I
there's that brown stripe again.
Yeah.
Oh, both
Yep.
kinds of the brown stripe. Some nice, like looks like flannel plaids almost.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that definitely like just using up scraps, huh? This is not
Mhm.
like a
People
lot of,
after my own heart.
yeah.
Yeah, that brown stripe is right there at the top on the right
This
hand
one?
side. To the
Well,
right.
there's one with a cinnamon pink. There's a 4-patch.
This one.
Yep. And then there's the brown with the red
The red.
4-patch.
Right diagonal to it, to the top.
This one?
No, go the other way. The other way.
Brown and white with the red.
Oh,
And
this
then
thing.
always those
Yeah. Yep.
blue
See,
gingham.
that doesn't read as brown to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
when you
These
see
is-
it in person, it does.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, it's not popping out like, brown.
Yeah, it's probably the monitor.
Now, those greenish, and I mean those my monitor's seeing them as greenish, and I think that's probably pretty accurate because I know that brown is accurate. Is that faded? Because that's the same as this last picture.
I don't
Of,
know.
was it the blue one that was that?
That doesn't really look very faded to me.
No, it doesn't. I
So
think that's like the light. This is
can,
one of the ones that was not finished, so it didn't
mhm.
get the fade
Oh,
the other
okay.
ones did.
Can you flip back to the last picture real quick? Oh, sorry. Maybe one more. One more.
Is that the same?
Yeah, that's it. It must be this. It's different colorway.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a different colorway.
Okay, go
That's
back to
like
the
a
old. Now I gotta.
deep like chocolate looking. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I couldn't like in the moment remember if it was the brown or the blue, but it's the brown one. And so, yeah, then okay, the green is the same, right?
No, I think it's different. Is it? We'll have to get them side by side. I'm gonna have to have you girls out again, and we're gonna like chart these babies out.
All right, hold on. Stephanie. Hold on, I have to like move things on my monitor here.
But
Where?
this is quilt study, Jill. This is what we do.
I
We
know
get
in the
obsessive
museum
about things like this.
they joke about my quilt CSI. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, respect it.
Quilt CSI, I love it.
Okay. Pew. Yeah, it's the same print.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is Stephanie. You are like Eagle Eye. This
No.
is why I need you girls.
Well, I was wrong about the last one, so I'm glad I'm right about this one.
Yeah,
I
you.
was positive I had like, oh, Janet, I've connected them. No, I was wrong.
Yeah,
But
but I
again, they look very like they have the same vibe. Those other two prints that you're talking
yeah,
about.
look
So
at
at the
Mhm.
bare
that.
minimum, assuming that the time period fits,
Yeah,
if you found out that they came from the same mill and the same kind of like season,
I know.
I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised in the least. But
Well,
yeah.
if if I ever get my hands on a manifest or like a textile sample, I am going to be doing a happy dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
what are
feel like
Janet?
this
What
is
are we?
mincemeat. I don't know. I just feel when you said mincemeat, I was like, oh, that's mincemeat.
It could, for all I know, I could be. I'm losing the light here, but I'm going to turn one on, see what happens.
If you end
But
up in the
this
dark,
this is such
we'll
an interesting fabric.
yeah. So
But
Janet, tell everybody here like exactly kind of what we're looking at and the references that we're kind of making here.
so this is the same fabric that we find in Murtis's quilts from her youth. Um, and it it hung around on the island. If you remember that in the 1970s, some islanders, we have the dump was a big deal on the island. It became like a social place. You'd go to church and then you'd go to the dump, and it was like a big swap meet. And so they gathered up, someone organized it, and they gathered up all the supplies from the dump. And for 2 years in a row, they made a quilt, like a crazy quilt, with exclusively fabrics from the dump. So
Love
this
that.
fabric that is in Murtis's early quilts from the late 1860s is in the dump quilt from the 1970s. So it was in someone's stash and they got it at the dump in the 1970s. So it's the same fabric, but different stages of fade.
That's what I was just going to ask you that if it was a different colorway or if it's just faded.
No, and it was funny because if you remember, we Katie helped do a deep little investigation about whether there was that blue,
Hmm.
and we
That's
did
right.
find it.
Yeah, she found like a spot where it was not faded on the faded one that it
Yeah, so the
totally
real
matched this.
faded examples, you can't see that blue anymore.
Yep.
Um,
Hmm.
it's a pretty fabric.
Yeah, I'm with Steph. This looks mincemeaty to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be the mincemeat.
Yeah.
And I
There
don't even
were a
know what
few
mincemeat
lines.
is, but
There were a few lines somewhere, in um, letters or something of the island of the day saying that when the wrecking cloth would they would say like women sometimes would squirrel it away in the attic until the memory of the shipwreck was kind of faded, and then they'd pull it out and use it. But they said that the school kids ended up all going to school with like the same the same fabric.
I just picture, first of all, it spread out on Calico Hill to dry. Like Calico Hill was made out of this for a day or two while it dried. And then every child in school coming in, like the boys wearing shirts and the girls wearing dresses.
Well, I like your idea because I found out, I thought that they had stopped the building on Calico Hill, but it's just gone back for a revised plan that we might have to do a protest.
We'll come. We will
Or,
gladly come. We will reproduce mincemeat dresses and we will come
Right.
and protest.
or I feel like they should at least grant us the opportunity to like do a reenactment.
Or, at least take the
Mhm.
quilts out for an airing on the hill and
Yeah.
photographs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I want to cover the entire thing in fabric.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea too.
Installation art. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My mom has enough stash that we could do it. Like, just getting it there would be a bit of a pain.
We just wait as the ferry comes in, we throw it off the ferry, and then we go rescue it.
I wasn't gonna
Like
go
the
that
Boston
far with the
Tea Party.
reenactment. Like, I just want to lay it on the hill, just for pictures, because it really bums me
You
out
you
that
do you, Jill.
even with like early photography, there's no photos of
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fabric, because you feel like if anyone was going to take some like a photograph, with early photography, that would have warranted,
Yeah.
Hmm.
hopefully, maybe, I don't know, maybe there is, and someday you'll find it, but
Yeah. I mean, they took enough pictures of some. I mean, I can't remember which of the shipwrecks it was, but that many people perished because it was winter time, right? And
Oh, the Larchmont one?
was that the Larchmont? Yeah, they
Yeah.
took lots of pictures of that, and I was like,
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Hmm.
this fabric here is pretty cool too.
Yeah. I don't remember
Yeah,
that
that's
one,
a fun
Jill.
one.
Hmm. Hey, it's not every day that you get to look at photos up close of quilts that you've been playing with, right?
Mhm.
Here
Yep.
is a lot of mincemeat.
Well,
Yep.
and I also like, if you can see in the foreground here, that's some little, I don't know whether the guy's got a flute or a whip or
This thing?
yeah, like a ribbon, or maybe it's one of those hoops that you roll.
Yeah, it looks like he's got one of those stick hoop things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
this is
Well, he got chopped up, so like oh
that's
yeah,
right. It's
maybe it's
kind
the
of
hoop.
it's sort of toile-ish. Although
Yeah.
I don't. It's I guess you wouldn't call this a true toile, but it's sort of
Well,
like those
it's
kind of.
funny. It's got a pillar feel here.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like he
Oh
might
yeah,
be
you can
putting
see
that
a
in stick
space
hoop.
in this one.
I
Hmm.
wonder if you could reconstruct the fabric, like take a picture of this quilt
Oh
and
yeah,
then
cut
pull
it
all those
out.
out and reconstruct.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good
Hmm.
idea, Steph.
Hmm.
Looks like you might be
And
getting
look,
an
is that
email from
brown the same
Stephanie.
as the blue in a different color? Do you see the
Oh
center?
yes. Yeah. Just the two centers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Is there anything? Is this one of Murtis's quilts?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. By the time it ran out, I'd be sick of looking at the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
It's a fun and very interesting fabric, but I think if I made more than one quilt that contained it, I would never want to see it again.
Remember, this is the same homestead that they told me that when they renovated, they found crazy quilts stuffed in the walls as insulation.
Yeah.
So there were like, I think there was a lot of them around.
Um,
Yeah, well, people had quite disdain for crazy quilts even back in the day. So
didn't we also see at least one quote with a backing of this fabric?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one, this is Murtis's too, but if you remember like Helen Mansfield's, she was maybe she's Murtis's age, but some of it made it into one of her quilts, and I forget. We found little squares of this red and black one
Yep.
in other quilts.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we also saw, I feel like we saw this print.
Yeah, so
Looks like
some of like
shirting.
those cinnamon pinks and those little tiny low volume like shirtings,
Mm-hmm.
they're almost hard to distinguish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cinnamon pink, I feel like even I don't know that it's necessarily a 100-year print, but because some of them look different throughout the ages, but it feels
Too.
like it's almost the same fabric,
Yeah.
like from the 1890s all the way to the 1980s.
But can you imagine if you're like, don't have a lot of resources and you find a bolt of fabric on the beach and you just hate the print? Wouldn't you just be so mad?
I mean, I'd put it on the
You
back.
just send a pretty one.
Yeah, that's. I guess maybe that's how I'm feeling about
Like
mincemeat.
this black and white one is not a favorite of, I don't know.
It's not the
Yeah.
worst. I think mincemeat's kind of worse.
Dang
Dang it, if you're gonna crash a ship with good fabric.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, like that first one we saw of just the wrecking cloth.
Well,
That
like
was
Murtis is the
reassuring.
Spartan one. I like all those. Well, I like the green and I like the brown backing.
Yeah, those ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
Ugh. Look at this little conversation print.
Yeah, is it like a rattle or a
Dumbbell, maybe?
dumbbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, or a cufflink. I feel it's like a little rattle or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
And the one to the one with the little corally thing and the white dash, I think that might have been used as what do you call the edge of the quilt? Is it the binding?
The border?
Binding.
Or the
Yeah,
binding.
with one of the mincemeat potentials.
This one also has some light quilting.
I get this vibe that Murtis liked to piece, not quilt.
Yeah. And it could have just, you get tired, she had a lot of fabric to get through.
Well, there's that. I'm also wondering too, based on the fact that like I don't know that there's really any with like any real like spectacular quilting. It just may not have been something that anyone on the island really knew how to do because this quilting's not great.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have a lot of people to teach them.
That's what I mean.
Like we do have some quilts with quilting, but I'm not sure we have the provenance, like have a lot of information on who made them. So,
well, I feel like Murtis's quilts are all they're all very simple designs. I mean, I think that the green and sort of that tannish, that one is really striking because just but if you really break it down to the block is like very simple. It's nothing. And so I kind of, in my mind, I'm thinking she was really making these quilts for use. Like it wasn't about,
Well, I don't remember if it was Katie or Sarah last year when we did the bed turning. They're the ones who pointed out that the block that she used in that green Spartan quilt is in her other quilts, and I didn't recognize it right away because it looks so different.
Yeah, when it's only two colors versus being scrappy or multicolored. Yeah.
Yep, and mixed with like just regular blocks or like a 4-patch or something.
Yeah, here's that little conversation print again. This one looks like little railroad tracks.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, my favorite.
Yep, this is I think this might be the one they said Murtis made when she was really young, like 8 years old or something.
Well, she just almost missed the mark to do the needlework of a phenomenal sampler as a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Steph and I are always talking about how we feel like such underachievers.
Oh yeah, I know. When I look at the knitters, by 7 years old, they're like.
Well, when you look at these like incredible samplers that like on the bottom it says, like Josephine, blah, 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 age fetus, like
made in her second year on Earth.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the equivalent of the parents doing the 5th graders science project.
We should probably consider that as a possibility.
Who's gonna call them out on it when they stitch it up?
So our other Janet mentioned fabric's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, plus don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yes.
And beggars can't be choosers.
Well,
yeah.
That was the philosophy on the island. Yeah.
You know what's interesting is this green fabric here, I know it's not the same print, but it's giving me the mincemeat vibes.
Yeah, it does.
Like it feels like it coordinates.
All right, we'll have to put that in the
yeah.
Just
I wonder, gosh, these mills, like I know some of them, I guess there probably are extant, like what do they call them? Like the sample books, you know.
Yeah.
Although I know others, when the mill closed, they just threw the sample books away. But yeah, I'm wondering.
I feel like you know, because it was a
Yeah.
New England museum, the one in Lowell, that textile, they had a lot of, I mean,
Yeah.
the Henry Ford, there was a big, long list of sample books, but
Ah,
it's
okay.
unprocessed.
Mm.
So I don't,
Where is Henry Ford again?
is it
Is it Michigan?
Michigan, I think?
Yeah, I think it's Michigan.
Do you
Yeah.
Detroit?
do you, do
I
you
have
need
to go
it?
back and I'm gonna go look through it again and just reach out and say, is there any chance I could have a little peek? But like,
Is there
you know,
any
I don't
chance like me and two of my friends could come and we'll do all the
go
work for
back.
Yeah, we'll help you organize.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this fabric.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty one too. I don't remember that one. You got some close-ups of individual fabrics that I think I didn't like zoom in on.
Um,
It's neat vibe.
yeah, Janet, that is, you know what? I feel like
We
that,
are gonna have to have a mincemeat pie at our next meeting.
yeah, well, I also feel like, you kind of create these like taglines in your life, and I
Hmm.
feel like mincemeat vibe should be like an inside thing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna find some things here in quilt nerding that also have a mincemeat vibe.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, like the next time if the three of us are ever at a show, looking
Hmm.
at a quilt, does that give you a
Mincemeat
mincemeat
vibe.
vibe? Mhm. Actually, I feel like I want to make a super duper scrappy quilt and like call it that. Um,
That's a
I
great one.
also this red print I
I know,
didn't
I was
notice.
noticing that. I really like that red one.
Yeah, it's also well, so Stephanie, you and I were on opposite sides of the table for
Hmm.
most of the time, so it definitely makes sense that I would see stuff that you did not.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Especially on these scrappy ones. Yeah.
that red print's super cute. This is another one that I feel like Cranston would
Yeah.
have remade in
Yeah.
37 colorways.
And then I
Um,
love these ones because they just seem like so Art Nouveau-ish, like, or
mm,
something like bold.
Yeah. And they
Uh,
almost even give me like that mid-century modern vibe,
mhm.
Like they are kind of timeless almost.
yeah.
And those were probably pretty bright. This quilt saw some sunlight
Yeah,
and had
this
some
one this
use.
one looks like it might have been more maroony, purpley in
Hmm.
its early life. Okay, so
Here's the
This
bed
one's
spring
crazy.
quilt.
yeah, this one's crazy looking. Why don't you tell us what we're looking at?
Well, this was the one that was used underneath the mattress on the bed springs. And this is the one that, is this the fabric that went with that blue one with the basket, or
Yeah,
it
this
just
is it.
looked,
Yep,
Yes. Yes, yes,
okay.
yes.
yep, has the same kind of aesthetic.
Hmm.
And I am ashamed to say that when the director at the time, I was there when they brought this quilt in, these two quilts in, and they're like, they're in really bad shape. Would you even want them? And Pam and I are like, well, yeah, we don't want you to throw them away. Like maybe we talked about cutting it up and making Christmas ornaments to sell in the shop with it. So we didn't do it, but we didn't know at the time. And it's
This
the same.
is, I mean, yeah, a lot of collections probably wouldn't keep this. However, this is such a perfect example of using quilts in
Hmm.
this way. And being able to tell because of all this rusty
Yeah.
nonsense.
But I'm telling you,
Hmm.
when I laid this out on the floor and stood on a chair and took a picture, it's like striking
Mm.
with the stains. I think
It's almost like abstract art at
it
this point.
is. It
Yeah,
is.
I can see an artist like, I mean, I cringe a little bit with some of the artists that reuse quilts. But I could see somebody like Sanford Biggers, like his those pieces he made with the reused quilts. And it's just got like this layers and layers of meaning in it, and this gave me that vibe. I could see somebody taking this and using it that way.
I
Um,
think I just need to get a setup and get a really good photograph. The
Mm-hmm.
photograph itself would do it, and then you
Mm-hmm.
don't touch the quilt.
yeah.
Oh, and this is that.
Ah,
Boy,
the
if
shitty
there was
heels.
one piece I could just have for a summer cottage, this would be it, though. This was that candle wicking made by Tamar
Hmm.
Mott.
And this has got it's her name at the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just think
Yeah.
it's really pretty.
There's our lovely Vanna White, Katie.
She was working hard that day.
Yeah, well, she's the one that noticed where you were like, It's in the thing," and we're all looking, and she was like, "Here it is, it's here." Yeah,
Isn't
this
that
one
just
too
so
is in great
summery
shape.
and light? I want to learn how to do that. Can we bring this back?
I think there are still people that do
Yeah,
this.
this is like a chenille kind of technique
Yeah.
where it's not knotted. It's just
Well,
sort of like a
do you
loopy.
knot it and then cut it so that it
I'd have to
out?
look at this closer to see, but I know like a lot of times, no, you didn't knot it. It's just the way the it's stitched in these loops and then they kind of cut it and then when it's washed,
Oh, it's
the
like
threads
felting.
go, yeah, the threads kind of go bleh, and that anchors them into the, but you can literally pull those. In fact, my grandmother has had some bedspreads that when I was a child, I'd be like, oh, look, you can pull it right out. She had bald spots
I
on her
thought
chenille. So
for a second though, I thought you were gonna say, "Yeah, Janet, when you weren't looking, I
no, my goodness, no. But yeah, so I was a child. I
Mhm.
was a little more destructive.
Oh,
Oh, Janet took a candle making class in Alabama.
oh,
Oh,
that's
that sounds
cool.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so here's the back here.
Yeah. Here it is. It's very specific thread that you use in these sort of
That
Yeah.
um
that you're like, "I need to go buy that thread." You know the thread where once you wash it, it goes like,
yeah,
Just like, don't you
candle
think
wicking,
at
and it was all
hot
French
night, this
knots.
is like the perfect little coverlet? I just think it's
Yeah. This
pretty.
just gives me like beach vibes,
Yeah.
right? It's like, yeah, all the beds have these beautiful little lightweight, and we're gonna snatch one and take it out to the beach with us. Yeah. Um, yeah, candle
Mhm.
wicking, what I learned was French knots, but I think it's based on the thread itself because it's like it's
Is
not
candle
it's a
wicking the same as, is that what that was?
yeah, I think that what that one is a chenille
Okay.
technique. I don't know as much, I don't know a whole lot about it, and I've seen candle wicking called like I've seen different types of things called candle wicking.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's as Janice says, it's a 3 to 4 ply cotton, not yeah, it's not tightly twisted. It's very kind of soft, and I think that's the point when you like if you cut it, it does that,
Okay,
you
blooms.
know.
Threads out.
Yeah, this is the one, this is just a top, and it looked like, I think this is the one that had some spots where it looked like the color hadn't taken. So I
Mhm.
wondered if it was a second or I don't know. But we had evidence where like it on the roller. I
Yeah, there
didn't
was
know if
like
I thought this
streaks
one
or
was a,
spots or something. Was it like a white spot or something in like
yeah,
the
where
in the
the,
pattern?
hmm
Mhm.
sometimes at the end of the roll or something where the print didn't come out right.
LJ just asked if you know what year this might be.
Well, I know I put a date in it. Was it like, I think 1880s or so, or 60s?
Hmm.
Um, I don't remember offhand.
I
I
mean,
think some of the
it's
fabric,
definitely not 1930.
no, no. And I
Um,
don't think you would call that a column print or anything, but it looks like, it was a stripe that they
Hmm.
used.
mhm.
I mean, that couldn't be
Yeah.
missed, right? That
um,
couldn't.
Janet, the name of this block is often called like an album block.
Yeah,
You often these are the kind that
yep. I think that's what
you
I
would use
have.
in
I
here.
wrote in the catalog it, but
Mhm.
I couldn't find any signatures or anything.
Mhm. I the way that they use like kind of fussy cut this stripe out to make
To make the border. That's really creative. I
the
like
um
that.
Yeah,
the sashing.
yeah.
And it's funny too because like it it almost looks like they like applicated over
Oh, I don't know.
like that. Like
I can look.
is
I'll
it
look next time I have
paste?
it out.
Like is it
Yeah, I know
like
what you
it's
mean. It does
called?
kind of look like that.
Yeah, it does look like it was appliqué on top versus being pieced.
Yeah.
It's wild some of the like construction choices that they sometimes made.
Yeah.
And it's obviously they knew how to piece a quilt because the blocks are pieced, but
And we have another like album quilt of this style coming up.
Yeah, I have a number of these in my inventory. It's funny, I don't see a single print recognizable to me at this. Like, Steph, have you seen do you see a print here you've seen before?
No, and just kind of trying to figure out what is similar to things that I do know. I don't know. This one seems to be all over the place to me, and I'm
Yeah,
not as great at fabric dating as Jill is.
one of
So
these looks like one of those old column prints. The interior, this
that
one looks,
greenish one,
yeah.
that greenish one's got that vibe.
And I think this quilt top came from a church clean out. It was the Primitive Methodist Church in the center of the island, and it was like in the attic. Because the church is now a private house.
It's funny looking at this one real quick. It almost looks like it has beaded work on top of it.
Yeah, little eyeballs.
Yeah, but it does not. I don't know. I would definitely investigate then an 1860 and beyond kind of date. I'm sure one of our friends that's going to end up watching this will just be like, that is from 1865 and a half and 3 months. Like,
we'll say thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some other.
So okay, so that's okay. That swirly one there. I feel like there's a print like that's in the oh gosh, Eileen Tristane's book. I think there's something, and I'm not saying it's that print exactly, but it's got that swirly twirly look to it. I feel like it's in there.
Look at that gray one with the little festoon of branches or something.
Yeah, and that one's kind of looks like a morning print to me.
Yeah, me too.
But also it could be earlier. It's that sort of, they look like worm trails to me. Or like ant, like if you look at the cross section of an ant farm, like it, it looks like.
And it has some of those corally vibes.
Yeah.
Some of those
floral colors are really pretty in the stripe. Sashing.
Yeah, even this kind of gray up here with this like flower, like this is I feel like this particular top is a really good fabric study top because stuff isn't looking really faded.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are interesting fabrics. You're right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jill. Like that, there's nothing in here other than that one we just looked at that even bears any resemblance to anything I've ever seen.
Maybe that's an argument that this could have been like European versus the American mills.
Yeah, that's what I just thought. I'm wondering. Yeah.
The Warrior was the first ship associated with, well, it's the other ship that we have like an actual name associated with Calico Hill. And that one, that was 1831, if I remember right. And the goods were European. They were going from Boston to New York. But they used to advertise, like I found an ad in Concord, New Hampshire for goods coming off of the Warrior. So they would, write ahead saying, a long list of the fancy stuff coming from France or, and what I found out in some of these actually was when I was researching cemetery tours that there were euphemisms for something. So like in this list would have looking glasses, but that was chamber pots. In the ads, they called them looking glasses.
Why? That's not something I want to stare into.
Well, it's fine. Yeah. So anyway.
So it's so odd.
Maybe that's what, and this is one of my faves. I have like 3 or 4 real
favorites. This one's really fun. I like this one.
When you do a deep study of this one, it's just like one fabric is cuter than the next.
Yeah, this one's another really good piece. What do you got there, Stephanie?
That's a courthouse steps.
Yep.
Wow.
Like when that I picked up off your mom's floor, like you made it right now, like what?
It's a top. It's barely a top. It's a fragment that I made that my mom has to do. She was going to do some practice long arming on it, but yeah, it just.
Did you have any info on this one?
No, I really wish I did. I just love it.
This one, is this the one that has some, um,
This is the one that Barb Vader is
Mhm.
trying to,
Yep. Pattern.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The matters in this one I think are gorgeous.
Yep.
And it's got a little bit of, would you call that yellow cheddar? Or is it not quite yellow orange?
There's always an argument
Okay.
chromium yellow?
Oh, maybe chrome.
that it's funny, in this particular photo, it's not orange enough for me
Okay. It's chrome
to
yellow.
be cheddar, but I don't, again, like, so LJ in the comments here is saying cheddar. I don't remember how orange it looks in person.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Stephanie?
Well, there's red there. I'm actually,
Yeah.
I want to say it did seem more yellow and she used red as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could see the argument to go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess sometimes I've kind of wondered is just it, well, and our dear friend, our dear chemist friend, Anne Hermes said, I know that some of these dyes, it was one thing would make it more of like a yellow green, one thing would make it more the yellow orange. It's like whichever chemical they went with. So I'm not sure. I mean, I think just off the top of my head, I would call it cheddar just
Mm-hmm.
because, that's what people would understand today.
Yeah.
But it is probably a chrome yellow.
LJ's asked if these quilts have been published anywhere.
Published?
In a book.
No, but I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least a database that could go
Online.
up on, I'm hoping maybe to propose, like, get some grant money and let me, I'll load them up for you. For the
Quilt
historic.
Index. The Quilt Index might like them as a little collection.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute, I take it back.
The
There's
Quilt
a
Index
few-
could host them for you guys.
I'm trying to think. So down by the Old Mill Stream has some Block Island quilts, but I don't think any of them were in our collection. But some of the same, like, we have some of Ruby Willis's quilts. She didn't actually make them, but she collected them. And some of her quilts, or at least one of her quilts, is in that book. But I don't think any of the ones from our collection are in it.
I almost feel like that part of your exhibit that focuses on the quilts,
Yeah,
and the relevant information leading up to it, it looks to me like, other than images, you have enough to publish a book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it, my initial research, I found down by the Old Mill Stream, right, by, researching. And then when I brought it, someone at the museum goes, oh yeah, we know about that. That was like 20 years ago. They came here and I'm like, you couldn't have, nobody told me. So I definitely, I know the sources, but I did want to hunt down, there was someone doing either a master's or a PhD or something who did some of the research for that book. And I did want to just see and check to see if she had any more than was in the book. But I think I have all of the sources she used. Anyway.
You know what I just noticed about this quote?
What's that?
This is an extremely controlled block.
Which
She
means-
has enough fabric where the fabric matches on either side of the step for both of them.
Yeah, she's done a little fussy cutting there.
Well,
I mean,
to have this much fabric and variety to be able to do this, like at this period, makes me wonder, like, where'd you get all that fabric, girl? Because look, it's every block, at least that we can see right here. It's every single one is matching on either side.
Oh, wow.
Every single one.
And she centered like the stripes in them so that they.
See, like this one.
No,
like,
without any, we just don't know. I mean, this might have nothing to do with the shipwrecks, but it could be,
Well, I guess probably one of the first things I would wonder is, so Steph and I last year, it has to be last year. read The Dress Diary,
Mhm.
which was fascinating. And there's discussion in there kind of, about the gals, trading swatches of fabric from, their dresses and their things and their this and that. Well, the our one of our matrons in there, like, she has all these ties to the textile industry. So she would have had, vast ability to get even
Mhm.
smaller amounts of
Mhm.
things. So I'm just wondering, like, if it's a case of, someone whose family has a general store, or they've, tied
Oh,
to a mill, or,
Yeah.
something where they all you would need to be able to build one of these blocks and have the same fabric on either side. You don't need a lot of fabric to do that. You just need variety to do that.
hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Can you zoom in on the right-hand side? That's a conversation print, isn't it?
this
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, with the strip that's down there, scooch it over.
looks like it has a little Greek key kind of.
Yep,
Yeah, but there's another strip of it that's more centered, kind of down, sort of down below it.
down below it.
Other way, the other way.
There is kind of this
No, no,
ribbon.
go the other way, the other way, the other way. Move it the other way. Keep going, keep going. There it
Oh,
is.
Oh,
okay.
there
Is
it
it that
is.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it like a little? Is it a little flower, a little sprig?
Yep. It
And
looks
then,
like two flowers,
yeah.
like a black and a white with like a sprig.
Well, and
Yeah,
this
I think
other
I took a
one,
picture of that and I loved because she had centered it. Like she cut that strip and centered it.
Mm-hmm.
one of the fabrics I love, it almost looks like ribbony, but in between this blue and the cheddar here, do you see that one? It's cut across, not lengthwise, but that looks like a wheat sheath, and it kind of has this like 1950s vibe to me.
This thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's somewhere else where you see it cut in the other orientation so that you can see the whole will come across.
Feel like.
Yeah,
There it is.
that's it. But
Yep.
yeah, look, it is a wheat. Does it look like a
Mm-hmm.
wheat sheath?
Yeah, it looks kind of
Mm-hmm.
weedy.
Yeah.
Wheaties. Look at this, like, little
Well,
acorny type
I was just saying
thing.
I love acorns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at this one. Looked
Yeah.
like a big honkin'
Yeah,
acorny type thing too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this is one of
I
those, like,
remember the rings, the linked rings, and it's two separate fabrics that have that same
Oh
linked
yeah.
ring thing.
Doesn't that
Mhm.
look like, isn't there some modern, isn't that like the lining of one of those fancy purses? Is there a modern company that has
I
something that
don't
looks like
know.
that, like Chanel or something? I don't know. No, I don't.
Oh
I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised, but
Chanel has, they're like two C's. Like,
Something.
yeah, this is so, just not that you need more projects,
I
Janet,
know.
but like this is definitely one of those quilts that I would be interested to catalog every fabric that's in it.
Yeah. All
Like,
right.
just go block by block, and because it's such a treasure trove.
Yeah, see there it is. You can see a little more of the wheat. Oh no,
Yeah.
is that just a different angle? Same
It's a
shot?
it's a it's just, yeah, it's just a sharper.
Okay.
I was really kind of focusing on probably wheat, because why not? And this blue is just so cute. Yep. That's a nice
Yeah.
brand.
These are just, I love these fabrics.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the back.
Mm-hmm.
like a whole other quilt on the back.
Yep. Yep.
And if I remember right, I don't remember any stuffing in it, but
You don't usually, so this would be foundation piece likely.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually is that the foundation we're looking at? That could be.
Yeah, that could be why it's like that, but I don't think I saw any stitches on there.
Yeah, there's stitches here.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, there's stitches. Yep.
This is another fun one. They look like, I don't know, are they thumbtacks?
Like tacks.
Yeah, they do kind of look like thumbtacks, don't they?
Yeah, and I think this is one of Murtis's because of the fabrics, but I think it came in at a different donation time.
Yeah, and this one's a little rough because it's got quite a lot of fading, and I forget, was this like a wool type? This
I don't
fabric doesn't
think
look.
so, but it was
Oh, sorry.
not very bright. But this has some of the same fabrics as the other ones, like the brown stripe, one of the potential mincemeat.
Yeah, I think another one we saw this like blue stripe too.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know
yeah,
if you
I
had one
feel
of the
like
backing.
I feel like
this
we
fabric
had
is
a conversation about that fabric because
uh,
was this the one where it had, no, it was a different quilt, I think, that had a weird discoloration on the fabric. And I just could not know, wrap my head around how would that discoloration have happened. Like it just didn't make sense.
Sea air.
Yeah, I guess.
that could be a potential there.
This is the back of that one, I think.
And
And
this
if you
is
this is the one, the binding. So if you remember, I think we saw that binding fabric in another quilt of hers.
yep, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Look, here's
This
another
is the other
album block,
album
but
one.
just a
Yeah.
Yeah.
skinny album.
So I think now that I'm thinking about it, though, we have a third. So I think we have at least 3 of these like album shapes.
Yeah, it wasn't a very uncommon
Yeah.
block. This blue, man, this looks like it was printed yesterday.
It's very pretty.
And then this brown is giving
yeah.
me mincemeat vibes.
Yeah, but there's no stripe in it.
No, but I mean the same kind
The
of
tone of the brown is
yeah, the tone of the brown, and also just like these little, just the way kind of the little squigglies are drawn.
Oh, it's almost like a paisley.
Yep. It's like getting going.
Yeah.
mhm.
It's a paisley tadpole.
The tadpole look, I know. I think that's why I am not a fan of paisleys. Maybe.
Here you go. Here's that one where you
Oh,
got
yeah.
Yep.
that blue is also I like that a lot.
Oh
And this
gosh, I had
is
forgotten about
Helen
this one.
Mansfield's. That thing was a behemoth.
This
You know how
one was
heavy it
really
is?
cool
Yeah.
because it's double-sided
Yeah.
and
But it had some really old fabrics, like some that Murtis also used. You can see one right here under that blue stripe star with the red. Can you see the red and black fabric? That's in Murtis's quilts. But it's like then the fabrics on the other side look like, maybe 1920s or 30s or something. So it's like it probably took her 15 years to finish this quilt.
yeah, I mean, you got deep scrap bags.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of your islanders had deep scrap bags. I mean, to get
Yeah.
from like the 18 whatevers to 1976 and 77.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this was just so darling.
Yeah.
See like cute little 9 patches. Oh,
Yeah.
here's one of those older yellows.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like that chrome yellow. Is that it?
Well, I think that one is a 100-year print, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
Definitely an Ely Walker.
Yeah, I'm thinking, have we seen that yellow yet? I don't think we've seen this one.
I don't
No,
know.
we've seen that green and black one, and then of course the double pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this might be the first quilt that had that in it.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh,
Even
this
though I
is
don't
such an
love the
interesting quilt.
sunflower in the middle, but
And I love the sunflower in the middle.
I don't.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, this has amazing fabrics. And then is this one of the ones that this isn't the pattern that no, this is not Murtis's. But I can see one of the little dogs.
Yep.
This is not the one with the kitten in the top hat. That's another older quilt, but it has some really cool stuff.
Do you know anything about who made this one?
No, but do you see this clovery one? That's one of the ones that we think was the reproduction. Do you remember Barb Vetter gave me that reproduction fabric that someone made? I got to find out who.
Oh yeah, it was one of the companies that did like Block Island or Shipwreck or something, Cloth or something. Yeah.
Block Island wasn't in it. It was called something Shipwreck Calico Hill. And that clover one, so that's one of my favorites, is one of the ones that I think was, you know, they weren't like exact, but it was really close.
You talking about this one here?
Nope. Do you see it? It's got like a brown background, and it's kind of, do you see there's a big polka dot? There's like a gray and white polka dot.
Mm-hmm. This one?
Look at the brown. No, go the other direction.
Brown and
On the other side of
oh,
the,
up here?
yeah. Do you see the one in front of that?
This?
That's the clover one.
Oh, that's not at all what I thought you were talking about.
Oh.
Is there any of that over here? No.
No.
All right. Yeah, because maybe I have another picture.
Yeah. I don't remember if I took a picture from
I
over
got the
there.
doggy.
Oh, that dog. I know, love the dog.
This
That is
thing's
one of
also interesting too.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that doggy man is giving some major side eye.
Oh, he is.
But
He
he's
would be now.
handsome. He's a good boy.
But he is judging us.
This is the cheater back. The backing of this
That's
quilt.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
That one's cool. I thought I got a darn. I did not get a close up of that.
Yeah, this one I think is a little bit older. It's got a lot of, maybe, I can't remember. I think I showed this one to Pam.
Yeah, you got a lot going on this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who made it. I wish I did.
This is another really good fabric example one.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this the one too where we were saying like if you were gonna have an exhibit for like $250, you could put this one out because it gives red, white, and blue vibes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you did say that because we do
Yeah.
have a 250 room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not that I'm trying to say they made it for any kind of reason like that, but there is a lot of like reds, whites, and blues in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anchors.
Anchors.
Gotta love an anchor.
Yep.
Did this one have the kitten with the top hat?
I gotta zoom out. I can't tell.
I feel like if there's
No, it was like a basket one.
Okay. I feel like if there was a kitten with a top hat, there's going to be a picture of it.
I don't remember if I pulled it, tell you the truth.
Yeah, the kitten with the top hat is something that I would have been all over, and I'm not. It's not ringing a bell to me.
Yeah,
it could be in the first time's pictures.
Yeah.
The horseshoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Isn't this
star.
So this one is quilted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this might have been one of the most quilted ones that we looked at.
Yep. I hope someday I find out who made this.
Yeah, it's sadly in rough shape.
I know.
And quite faded too.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was probably living on a bed just for pretty.
Mm-hmm. As they should be. And then I love this one too, but it's in rough shape.
Yeah, this one's cool.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, I like this pattern.
And again, they had enough of this fabric to make an alternate block. It actually kind of looks somewhat similar to that first wrecking cloud. Oh, it's like a drop.
Yeah.
It's like a water droplet.
And then just the random green in there. Was there more than one green block?
Yeah, that's
a dark
teal green.
Oh. That's not the same green as the one that was in Murtis's.
I don't think so.
Well,
yeah, no.
Someday you girls are going to come out and we're going to just lay them all out.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, here's that teeny little drop. This fabric's cute too, with these like teeny little stars. I feel like sometimes we don't make fabric as cute anymore. Oh, this one.
Yeah, this was the one that I think I showed this to Pam, a picture of it because I was like, could it be in this good a shape? And she's like, yeah, if it didn't have any sunlight.
You wondered if it was an import.
I did. I'm like, is this one real?
Well, if you remember, we hemmed and hawed a little bit because it does have some features of an import. I think we all kind of unanimously decided like it's not. It's just the imports copied really well.
And I think like a year and a half ago, I showed a picture to Pam.
And Pam agreed with you that it was not.
Yeah.
It was not an import. But so it's funny, like as a dealer, right? Every once in a while, you can come up, like some of them from 5 miles away. That is an import quilt. It's
Yeah.
arch. It's whatever. And then there are some where you're like, "Mm, I don't know."
I
Yeah,
know.
I actually have one, and I mean, it's nothing like any of these at Solids, but it's like a tulip type of block. And
Mhm.
my mom bought it for me for Christmas one year, and she was like, "I'm so mad they misrepresented it, or they probably just didn't know any better." On, I think she got it off
Yeah.
eBay or something. And when it came, but I was like, "No, this is perfect because I don't feel bad about putting it on my bed now."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it
I
was a
don't have to
legit
protect
like
it.
old block, I would never put it on my bed and sleep under it. But yeah, I don't have a problem with an import.
Yeah, that's what happens to me on occasion. One will end up in a pile of quilts I've bought, and that's usually how I feel. I'm like, oh, great,
Yeah.
one that I can throw in the washing
hmm
machine, and I don't have
Yeah, but
to.
it still looks really good. It looks
Yeah,
almost like the real deal.
there are
Close enough.
many people that are fooled by them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. People that, don't have as much experience with quilts and fabric. But yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean they are often hand quilted, just poorly. Um, and a lot of times the fabrics can look the same or be the same as real, fabrics of the time and patterns and things like that. Um,
So Janet says import question mark. Do you mean what's an import or
Like a
yeah, I would gather that's
made for
pretty.
Bed Bath and Beyond kind of.
yeah, so they're the I honestly don't really know what like who the companies were, but I mean yeah, they're
Well, one of them was Arch quilts.
yeah. So they're offshore companies that reproduced things that looked, I mean, I've seen stuff from, like 1800s to mid-century type of um
Reproduction.
patterns, and they have reproduction fabric, and they put them together, and they, if you don't know any better and you don't know what you're looking at, it's very easy to fool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Janet, another way to describe them would be like kind of mass market quilts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
like if you go to Target right now, there are some really cute shabby chic quilts. And it's sort of like a step above that. They're a little
um,
bit finer than that, but they
a
sold them
lot.
in in catalogs like Spiegel. Spiegel often sold
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, so a lot of times it's like, 1980s, 1990s, like those are kinds of the ones you see floating around a
hmm
lot now that can often fool people. And this particular quilt in person can give you the vibes of one of those kind of
hmm
mass-produced imported quilt.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. The
yeah,
Smithsonian, that big Smithsonian debacle back in the that was that the 80s? I think that was like the
I almost feel like
or
that was
was
the
it the
early
early
90s.
90s? I can't remember, but they took it. It was Harriet Powers quilt that the Smithsonian has, and they had it reproduced by an offshore company, and were selling it in their gift shop, and people were not happy with that, and I concur. But those
Mhm.
those quilts are really collectible now. People want those quilts now, so
Yeah.
you know,
So yeah, and some of the older arch quilts, which I don't know if arch quilts are, I don't think they're still in business, are they?
I'm
Some
I'm
of
not sure.
those ones, like didn't they do a Baltimore album? Um,
I
like
think so, yeah.
those have become a little collectible as well.
hmm Yeah, and
Yeah.
some of them are actually like the one my mom got me. They really are nice. They're nice quilts.
Mhm.
They're not bad at all. It's just very hard to tell, especially from a picture, that
Yeah.
they're not old.
They're not
So
legitimate American made antique quilts. So, and this one, when you look at it, I forget, wasn't one of it like did this one have a polyester batting?
No, I don't think so. I think it might have been one of the ones that had like cheesecloth or something on the edge to
Okay.
protect it.
Okay.
oh, was this one of those?
It
That was
might
so
have been.
bizarre.
I can't remember now. Like I don't
Yeah,
have my.
one of them has that weird banner like
Yeah,
at the
but
very
I think
top.
the ones that had that were from the same Dodge family. And
Mhm.
I think it was the same family of Samantha Dodge, who I know did the Drunkard's Path, but it
Mhm.
might not have been Samantha. It might have been other family members. And I'm thinking this was one of them, but I don't have the catalog with me.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
still think that, and I don't know that I got a very good picture of it, but that weird cheesecloth, like
Yeah.
border
beard
at the top.
gathered type thing.
It's gotta be a beard guard. Like that's the only thing it could possibly be.
I
But like,
thought it
what
was
a
because
weird fabric.
I
I
thought
don't
that
think I don't think it could be a beard guard because
Really?
that's not gonna guard anything.
I
I'm
thought it was
wondering.
the family later after they had them cleaned or something, tried to protect the edges from fraying. But it was a wide swatch, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Did
it
we?
was very strange.
Yeah, I don't remember if we looked under it at all because I'm kind of wondering, like, could a beard have started to shred fabric and they put the cheesecloth on to potentially stop future, like, which is not the way that you would do that, but to maybe stop it from shredding further. But I don't know if we looked under it at all.
Yeah, I don't. It was getting later in the day when we got to those. So, um,
I think this might be our last one. This one's another version of like an album type
That's
block.
right.
This
With
one's
the
also called like the
festoon.
chimney sweep.
Yeah.
This one we saw the first time around too, and it was one of my favorites because this is some fancy schmancy borders.
yeah, little tassely
Yeah.
swags.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Another nice summery one.
Yeah, the fabric in and of itself isn't like, oh my God, or anything like that, but that border is mwah. And of course, this one also doesn't have any signatures on it, but
Yeah.
I do see a little bit of fancy quilting.
Oh yeah, I can see that now in the picture.
Yep, we got a
I don't
vine
think I
here.
noticed that before.
I'm sure we probably noticed it when it was in front of our faces, but quilting can be hard to see on a camera. And I think
Yeah.
too, doesn't this still have pencil lines? I feel like,
I don't remember that, but
well, I'm not seeing them right now, but this kind of looks pencil-y to me.
Oh, maybe.
Do you have any idea about who made this one? I don't remember.
No, not offhand. And I know like we have many that we just don't really have any information on.
Mhm.
Hopefully it turns out.
Oh,
This
I
is
forgot.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
this one,
Awesome.
oh,
This is the one that there's another one. This is owned by Ruby Willis, and there's an Ocean Waves with a olive green center
Mhm.
in down by the old mill stream, also owned by Ruby Willis. So
Oh,
yeah.
this would be another one where I'd want a catalog.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
This
this
has
is,
fabulous,
yes.
really nice fabric.
Right, LJ, this one was in such beautiful condition and so many fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this red star is so cute.
Yeah, this one, I feel like this is another one where like we could have sat there for hours just looking at individual little,
Yeah,
little triangles.
I will never find it, but I think this has there's one square with my absolute all-time favorite little print. But literally, I think it's one triangle. And I, photographed it, but I don't know where it is.
The nice thing is that not every single triangle in here is different. The print, there are repeated prints.
Yeah.
But there's
So
still a lot of fabric in this, a
there
lot of
are
different fabrics in this quilt.
So
Yeah.
it's funny. This is another scenario where this person had access to a lot of variety. And like, was this person BFF with the one that made the courthouse steps?
And this is just, Ruby didn't quilt herself. She just collected them. And like the Willis family, so it's Ruby Willis, it's Murtis Willis. Oops. Well, it was Murtis Willis Milliken. They're all related.
Mm.
Have
you ever done the board with the names and the strings?
Oh my gosh, we have so many genealogy charts. I don't know how. Yes, it's extensive. We have, the names on the island are big names. Rathbun, Rathbone, Rathburn, all the same family. Dodge, Rose, Littlefield, Sheffield. They populated the country. You know what I mean? They're not just here. Sands. Yeah.
Well, this was our last one.
All right.
So
it's a good one to end on. So beautiful.
It is. Well, and I have a feeling you probably put that one at the bottom on purpose because you're like, let's end with a shabam.
All right, we'll
Um,
plan our Calico Hill protest.
Yeah, I'm sure we could call in some nerds. We could just
Yeah, we could all
visit together, get
converge on Rhode
dating.
Island, make
Yeah,
some things happen.
you cannot dig. I at least try to make it so we can do a reenactment
Yeah,
because that
Okay.
would just be the best.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be
That's
fun.
You know. Well, thank you
We can
so
pick
much
a
for coming.
quilter. We can dress up as our favorite. Well, I
Oh my
don't
God,
know.
I'm totally the lady on the crazy quilt.
Okay. All right.
I'll be
Well,
Samantha because I love the way she spells her name.
Thank you so much for coming, Janet.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks
it
so
was
much,
fun.
Janet.
We will have to have you back sometime.
Okay. I would love to.
All right, nerds.
All
We'll
right.
see you back
Yeah,
here
we'll see you.
Saturday.
Yeah, stitch and glitch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mwah.